Hi, we're with head basketball coach Brian Wardle of the Bradley Braves here at the MVC Media Day in downtown St. Louis, the Missouri Athletic Club. We're Schrader with you, Valley Hoops Insider podcast. We're live on YouTube and Twitter and other places. Brian, appreciate you stopping by. It's a whirlwind. You go from this place to that place, and you're probably going to get asked the same question about 14 times.
yeah, it's but I enjoy it. This day it's kind of really kicked off like seasons around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So as a competitor, you should be excited. Media day is usually that day that's like, oh, we're here. Like we've done all this training in the off season. We put a team together. We're building a team, and we're here. Now it's time to really kind of kick it in gear and get the training camp ready to go before we start playing games.
You've added some pieces, and you've got a lot of guys back at the same time. I mean, you're kind of in a unique spot where you have a significant number of guys coming back, and yet added some very significant pieces. How does that all blend? How does that work out?
Well, I think with the portal, it's important nowadays. We have 9 guys back on scholarship, and then I got 2 great walk-ons that are back. I mean, you can never overlook that, what they bring to the team, and just they know the standards. It's all about standards in our program and how we train, how we act on and off the floor, how we do things, and that is more, it flows easier when you got guys back, and so that's been really good. We've added 4 talented new players that have really actually a lot smoother than I thought. Everyone's pretty connected. We're building our leadership up. We're probably a little further down the line than we were a year ago by far offensively. And defensively, we kind of kick it in gear in October on defensive end. I try not to overwhelm them with my defense and my rebounding in the offseason. But I like where we're at. I'm excited. It's a great group to coach. We have a lot of maturity on the team, and they're all coachable. And I think that's going to help us as we move forward.
Yeah, you brought in some veterans, but we've already put them on the name team. You've got Duke and Pop have joined the league.
My point guard's got the best nicknames.
That's right.
Cody Duke Dean and James Pop Weathers,
yeah.
and they got some swagger to them. Duke's a loud, vocal guy, huge heart, big competitor. Pop's a little quieter, but Pop is he's kind of a killer, and he's got some dog in him, and he knows how to win, and he takes care. Both of them take care of the ball. They make good decisions, and they can both get a bucket when you need it. So I love where we're at when it comes to just the one-on-one ability. End of shot clock. If we need someone to go get a shot off, I got Duke, I got Pop, I got Cody, I got Connor Hickman, I got Zeke Montgomery. Malavi's really come along too. So I like our pieces that we can, hopefully use and expose teams with during the season.
Jashawn, completely healthy, and what do you expect from he and Rink? You brought those guys down, and maybe somebody else to the media day this week, but those guys have been around. We've seen them do things. What do you expect? Like, what's the next step for both of those guys? And first, Jashawn completely healthy.
Jashawn's completely healthy, but he's got to quit dunking on people in workouts and attacking the rim. He's I told him, shoot more jump shots right now and wait till we get to November at least to attack the rim. But what we miss with Jay Hen is one, he has leadership qualities. He's very well respected on and off the floor by his teammates and just by everyone in the community. And he makes 50-50 plays. He makes game-changing plays, momentum-changing plays. He's that player.
Yeah.
You can't let him out-tough you. You can't let him get that tip dunk or that 50-50 ball or that big block or, so many times in his career, he's made those big plays for us. And we missed that all last year. We played 9 games. So having him back is huge. I got to be smart as a coach with him in practice, kind of like I did with Ari Boya and manage him well so he can get to the games. But he looks great right now. He's in great shape. He's playing very well. So we're excited for him. And obviously we got Rink Massier and Connor Hickman, 2 guys. Connor was all freshman team, has had a huge offseason. Excited for him. Very chip on the shoulder guy. I think a lot of people are overlooking him. And so that's going to be fun to watch him play this year. And then Rink's always kind of mad about something. So he's like, he's ready to compete. He wants to play right now. He said, walking in, let's play coach. And that's just kind of how Rink is wired. He's an intense guy. He's an intense trainer, trains at a high level. He's a professional on and off the floor. And he loves to compete. And he loves ball. So he's kind of fun to coach.
What do you like about your schedule? I know you'll be down here at SIUE. I mean, close to here. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys close up earlier in the season. But what do you like about your schedule? Or maybe do you not like your schedule?
No, it's good. It's what we needed to do as a program. I think we want to play good teams and teams that are contending in their leagues for championships. And competitors rise to the level of their competition. And I think my guys will rise to the level of our schedule, and it's going to be tough. I mean, we got Utah State second game. We got Auburn. We got Arkansas. We got Liberty or Northwestern. We got Akron. We got SEMO. I mean, we have our non-conference is very hard. Probably maybe the hardest in the league, if not the hardest for sure. And so we're going to be challenged, and hopefully that helps us in the Valley. I hope we have confidence, and I hope we understand what it takes to be good teams.
The Valley's going through some transition, obviously, with 3 new teams and Loyola out, 12 versus 10, all those kinds of things. Try to handicap the league. I don't mean tell me who's going to come in first, but handicap the league. Where do you see the league at this moment?
Well, one, never worried about the Valley because it's been doing this for a long, long time. And I think our commissioner made a great move by adding Belmont and Murray State. And obviously we know UIC real well down the road, and we've played them in some series, and I played them a lot when I was a Green Bay head coach. So love it, you know, and the Valley's a Valley. It's a basketball league. It's a great league to coach in. It's competitive. It's well scouted. They got great coaches in it that, you know, are either young and up and coming, or just guys that have been here like Jake that have just set a standard of how to do things and how to win consistently. And so the league's always going to be there. No one's bigger than the league. You know, put it that. I always tell the players, no one's bigger than the Bradley program. No one's bigger than the program. I'm not. No player is. And no one's bigger than the Valley when it comes to basketball. And the Valley's going to keep rolling, and new teams will rise to the top. And hopefully new teams invest resources like Bradley into their program, and we can build resources up so to make our league, you know, a multi-bid league.
You have had the exact same coaching staff the whole time you're there. That in and of itself is amazing.
It is. They've interviewed. I've been fortunate enough to have them back. I just lost Drew Adams to Cincinnati.
You didn't?
I did. So I lost Drew to Cincinnati, which is great for him, and he has earned that. And he has been loyal and hardworking for me, and we're, you know, like best of friends now. We're family, so couldn't be happier for Drew. But it was a long run with Mike Bargan, Jimmy Foster, and Drew Adams, and they're like my brothers. I mean, we're a tight-knit group. I always tell people I think it's important for players to see that. If the staff isn't on the same page and there's not continuity on your staff and chemistry on your staff, you're never going to get in the locker room. When the players see that, they say, oh, this is how it looks. We want to do that too as a team. And I've been fortunate enough to have that. And it helps. Continuity helps. It helps with player development, helps with administration, helps on campus, helps in the community. And we've been able to do that. So we'll miss Drew, but we'll fill it in with someone that, you know, a lot of people want to be at Bradley, which is great. And we'll have no problem, you know, hopefully there. Be hard to fill his shoes, but we'll find someone that can help us have that smooth transition.
In this new era of college basketball, the NIL thing is a very big deal. How are your, if I can ask it kind of in a generic way, how are your players faring in this brave new world?
You know, I think Peoria has always been a community that loves Bradley basketball and respects what Bradley basketball brings when they're winning, what it can do for the city and a lot of the community. It's a great entertainment for Peoria to come out and watch our guys for 2 hours. This team's going to be really exciting to watch, and the competition and the teams we have coming in are going to be great. So it wasn't a surprise that the community rallied behind the NIL right away and formed a group to help our players have a little extra money. Because I was a student athlete. You know, people don't. You get a full scholarship, you get the unbelievable education, the travel, all of that. You're very, very grateful for, but you never really get to get a job ever, other than camp. You can work Coach Wardle's camp area and make a couple $100.
I'm on my way.
Yeah. But it's they've helped our players just have a little extra money if they want to fly home one time, and they couldn't do that before. And you know, I think that's special. It means a lot to our the roster. Will keep guys around when they get approached by high majors with a lot more money. I don't know, but hopefully our guys feel that family, feel that care and that passion for them, and it helps keep them around. Because I think that's ultimately what we got to do, is just try to retain our best players.
One of the things, a final question, one of the things I love about the way you approach some things is you talk about guys being all conference players at their position, whether they're the number 2 scorer or the number 12 scorer. How do you sell that over and over to your guys? I think that's such a great model for life, not just basketball.
You know, I probably could do it even better, honestly, but I try to just, when you see someone being a star in their role, you make sure you you stop and you make that a point,
Mm.
and you make it a point in front of the group, and you make it a point in film sessions, and you make it a point while they're stretching. It's, if you see someone that is sacrificing for the greater good and giving of themselves to help the team, you have to make that a point, and you have to make your guys understand that's what part of being a team is. That's what you came to play basketball for, is to understand how to be a hard worker, disciplined, all that, but how to work with others, how to sacrifice, how to give of yourself for the team. The team. They hear me say that, and just, it's the old cliche. It's together, everyone accomplishes more, and that's a fact. And they learn that in college basketball, being a part of a team. And I always tell them, hey, if you want to be in an individual sport, go play golf. Go run track, or like you chose to be on a basketball team, so we're all going to have to make sacrifices. I do as a head coach, my staff does. And I always give them points of how we do that too. I always share stories so that they know we're all doing it, just at different levels maybe.
Appreciate your time.
Yep.
That's Brian Wardle. He's the head basketball coach for the Bradley Braves. They're going to be outstanding this year. You want to pay attention to them. I'm Harry Schrader, reminding you, since you've been there, make it a better place. You're watching the Valley Hoops Insider podcast.